Hello world, welcome to Learning Java, one byte at a time. This is video 40 in a tutorial series geared at bringing the wonderful wide world of Java to those with little or no programming experience. This video is a continuation of the development of the Booker application, a vehicle appraisal app. In the last video, we were continuing constructing the view class. We built a constructor which took all of the view components and assigned them property values and attached them to the panel. And in this class, we're going to need to write a method called clearProject, and this method is going to go through and remove any data that's present in any of the view objects. So removing text from text fields, clearing out buttons and button groups, and setting all Boolean values and checkboxes to empty or false. And so keep in mind here that we are following a principle called the single responsibility principle, in that everything in our view class is going to be strictly related to the view objects. There is not going to be any sort of calculation or logic performed whatsoever. All of that's going to be done by the model class, and it's going to be interfaced with the controller class. And so everything that we're doing in this class, although it is a very lengthy class, has to do with nothing except for the view objects. And so once we write the clearProject method, we'll be moving on to define our getters and setters, and then finally this class will be finished. So getting right into the Notepad++, let's jump in and you'll see that we have here the constructor that we wrote from before. And this is a very lengthy class, so hopefully we can get this done in probably another 3 videos or so. And so just for the purposes of this video, we're going to write the clearProject method and then we'll call it good. So this video will be a little bit shorter, only because the getters and setters are pretty numerous, and so we'll have to do separate videos for each one of those. And so we'll go ahead and define a method. It'll be a public void method called clearProject. And this, like all of the other methods in this class, will be called from the model class, which will be interfaced through the controller. And so in the clearProject, we're going to systematically go through each and every one of the view objects and essentially set them to empty or null. And so we can start with the vehicle name text field, and we'll use the set text, and we will set that to an empty text string. And what that's going to do is just take the text field and clear out anything that's in there. Next, we can do the vehicle make text field. And we'll set the text to an empty string. Then the vehicle model text field will also be set to an empty string. Next will be the vehicle base cost, not the label, the text field. And we're going to set that text to an empty string. Then we'll do the vehicle year. And then we'll do the transmission button group. And we're going to use the clear selection method. And that's just going to unselect all of the buttons in this button group. And that doesn't require any arguments. The vehicle drive button group, likewise, we'll use the clear selection. And then we'll do the checkboxes for the safety features. So that's going to be the vehicle airbags checkbox. And we're going to set selected, and we're going to pass through false, and that will clear off that checkbox. We'll do the same thing with the ABS. And the same thing with the rear view camera. Okay. Next, we will grab the grade button group. And we will clear that selection out. And then we'll do the mileage text field. We're going to set the text equal to an empty text string. And then next will be the previous owners. We'll start with the checkbox. and set selected equal to false, and then the text field, we will set text to an empty text string. And so notice what we're doing is we're just going down the line element by element and pretty much just setting all of the values to either empty or null or false or whatever it's going to take to pretty much take that entire panel and clear all of the data out of there. So after the previous owner's text field, there will be the luxury feature. So let's do the keyless entry. We'll set that checkbox equal to clear selection. Actually, no, that's going to be set selected. And pass through the value of false. And then it's going to be the vehicle premium sound checkbox. Set selected is going to be false. And the GPS navigation, set selected is going to be false. And after that, we have the class. And we'll set that button group to clear selection. And with no argument there, then we have the vehicle accident history checkbox. Set selected is going to be false. And the vehicle commission rate, that text field will be set text to an empty text string, like so. And then we have the advertisement text area. And assuming that there is a sales ad that was generated and displayed in the text area, we're going to set that text area to an empty string to restart that. And then also, because we want that text area to disappear if there's no sales ad present, we're going to grab the text area and we're going to set visibility equal to false. So when we're restarting the project, not only are we going to clear out that text area, but we're also going to hide it. We don't want that to show up unless there's a sales ad that's been generated. Okay, and that is pretty much all of the view elements. We've gone through and cleared them all out, and so as I mentioned before, the model, which is going to be the class in charge of taking care of all the logistics, is going to use the controller to interface with this view class, and every time the user hits the new project button, the model is then going to call this clear project method, which is going to go through all of the visual elements and clear them out to empty, which will enable the user to go through and start a new project. And so super short video, super short method. Just like with everything we're doing, if this coding becomes too tedious, feel free to click the link in the description that'll take you to the GitHub, which will have access to the finished version of this project, and you can go through and you can download any portion of those files and kind of skip ahead, although it is probably very useful to just kind of code side by side just to get the practice going. Otherwise, we'll come back in the next video and begin to work on the getter methods and then eventually the setter methods, and that will finish this class off. Hopefully this was fun. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you back again in the next video. Have a wonderful night.